and what remains of the Archon army, led by the reptilian bodies of General Joseph Stalin and the notorious occultist Aleister Crowley.
Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Adam.
And welcome back to SasqWatch. This is our Season 3 premiere.
Back for season, we renewed ourselves for season 3.
We sure did.
Nobody pokes, pricks, or sticks Bigfoot.
So I thought it would be fun for us to kick off Season 3 with Adam versus Bigfoot. It was going to be a triple feature of 3 different films featuring Bigfoot fighting something else. And the way we did it was I assembled 8 contenders, and we randomly generated with dice which ones we were going to watch. And we watched them all back to back with live with our editor, Patrick.
Oh my gosh. What's happening here? Are those smart? Is that a dragon?
Can we watch that again?
That's a dragon.
I thought it was going to be really fun, and it was really awful, and we're never going to do it again. Never, ever going to do it again.
I didn't think it was going to be fun, but it did not meet my expectations. It was...
Submit or perish. Excuse me, Tin Man. You talking to me? I don't see anyone else here, so I must be talking to you, Gorilla. Gorilla? Who the f*** you calling a gorilla? I'm Bigfoot, motherfucker.
We'll get into what happened and who's responsible for it. But I'm just letting you know now that it'll be kind of a strange episode. Next episode, we'll be back to our usual one film agenda. This is definitely the only time we're going to cover 3 this season.
Yeah. It kind of worked last time. And these movies were short. Like, we were watching some short movies.
Did not feel short.
No.
Did not feel short.
It was...
The Termites bringeth life and prosperity and also death.
So I guess if there's nothing else you want to cover before we get into it, what is the first film that you selected via dice generation? All right, Adam, number 3, you have officially picked Bigfoot versus Megalodon.
Nice. I was kind of hoping we'd get that one.
Versus Megalodon.
I just want to understand how the mechanics of that
I'm very curious.
work out.
There's no way we get a decent answer.
It's a movie called Bigfoot versus Megalodon.
Yes, and do you remember when we were excited that you rolled that?
Yeah, we were like, sweet, that'll be fun. I was like, hey guys, like, who's gonna win? Who do you want to vote for? Like, who do you think's gonna win?
That's the shortest one. Thank goodness. I'm actually now happy. Yeah, I'm generally happy.
I was like, is it going to take place on land or water? Because that'll be a big factor in who I'm voting for.
Right.
So then we hit play.
Yeah. And things went well in an interesting way for about 4 or 5 minutes.
The first thing that happens is a shotgun blast of exposition.
In star year 4044, an interstellar rebel alliance formed by the noble Princess Kali Divine, and losses were great on both sides, depleting the already dwindling populations, utilizing a mix of artificial intelligence, clone biotechnology, until the appearance of Megalodon.
We were all just like, hold on. What year is it? Where are we? Joseph Stalin's in this? So it took us like about 10 minutes to really like get our bearings and figure out what this was.
Yeah, because they just like, boom, here's the lore of this world. And I don't think we realized at the time that we had jumped into, a movie further into a part of a series, but frankly, I highly doubt that having more context would have made it any better.
Well, the first thing that we had to like come to terms with was what the movie looked like. And I want to dissuade from the notion that this is an animated film, because I don't think that that is really true. This is a movie pieced together from stock cutscene video game footage of what I thought was Halo. I thought it was Halo for a while.
It definitely has like the human characters definitely have very like Halo Spartan kind of look to them. I feel like maybe somebody whoever made it used
you get the
those
same
assets in some way.
The same
possible.
Cutaway footage for different scenes. It's just different audio playing over, and you're just like, oh, it's this one again.
It's the row of alien guys, like
Joseph Stalin would give speeches to the same 4 people.
Be criticized. This is beneficial, not only for
There's
the
4
cause,
people
but
here.
also the
He's talking to 4 people.
and it would just be shots going back and forth like around the room, and then like start from like the one guy and pan all the way to the 4th guy.
I'm gonna do my very best to tell you the plot of this film, and I'm just gonna go for it. And after this, we're not gonna try and do worm this.
Yeah.
It's thousands of years into the future. Earth is a husk. Nobody lives there. The humans that do exist in space are led by a princess who is only seen in Halo 3 style armor. And she's got her sidekick / sex object, who is a clone of Van Helsing, who in turn has his sidekick, who is Bigfoot, who is basically his like his other thing, and they're all in a war against these aliens
called the Illuminati that are just like standard looking little green aliens with the big heads, basically.
They're led by Joseph Stalin, and their general is Aleister Crowley.
What I bear are matters larger than life and death themselves. What I invoke is the afterlife, the great beyond, all the pleasures of heaven in the deepest pits of hell.
And somewhere in there, there's Egyptian gods. I know that
like
Ra pops in there. And somewhere in there was the Terminator.
They call it, it was like...
The X-Terminator? You mean the Terminator? Yeah. So he popped in there. That's the... you could kind of tap. Oh yeah, there's also Dr. Jekyll shows up and talks about having sex with corpses.
Yeah, he's really weird. He also wears Spartan armor.
Yes. So just take the plot. Just throw that away.
It also contains 10% rabbit DNA. My assistant will simply inject it into the penis head and...
Whoa! Simply nothing!
There's no action. Like, there's no... And by action... I mean, like, actors or characters, like, doing something.
No,
not like action, like, oh, we're shooting, we're blasting lasers. I mean, like, I'm walking across the room and picking something up. Like, nothing like that ever happens in this movie. You don't have, like, people just being...
Is like some ships fire lasers at each other, but it does not look cool.
No.
Don't think that.
No.
Confirm strike.
It dodged the lasers. I've never seen one move like this, sir.
Fire again.
Another miss. This thing can maneuver.
There's a quote that I wrote down because I was like, oh my, is that really what she just said? So I'm going to read that quote to you. One of the first things, she's talking to Van Helsing, and she's mad because they've been having too much sex, but she can't get pregnant, and she really wants a baby. And he's just like, not into it. And she says, I'm tired of wiping what could be the next generation off my stomach and throwing it in the trash. And I was like, oh my. Oh, geez.
Wait, is that Princess Callie?
Well practiced at pulling out.
Callie.
Don't Callie me.
This is our princess?
The next generation
I think.
on my stomach and throwing it in the trash.
You have a way with words, you know that.
There's definitely more of that in this movie.
A lot.
This movie is...
it's gross.
It is kind of gross.
It's really, really gross.
Yeah.
And I know Patrick had to sit through the whole thing, which I'm glad that he did, because I honestly question if we hadn't watched him do it, could he have sat through the whole thing? And I know that he'll have some nice little tidbits to throw at you.
You're killing me, Small.
As
You're
the kids
killing
would
me,
say,
Smalls.
As the kids would say in 4044.
Are you? You put it in the notes that they stole a line.
They invoked the good name of the Sandlot.
Yeah.
In vain.
There's so many awful things about this movie, and I don't want to forget any one thing. What's something you thought of while this movie was on?
I mean, this really is one of the first times that I think I've watched a movie that like reuses the same footage over and over, and it's not doing it in any kind of way where it's like, oh, this character keeps thinking about this moment or something like that. It's just reusing the exact same footage with new dialogue overlaid. It's supposed to be a brand new scene like that. That comes to mind right away when I think of this movie, because that really is just like egregious to do.
It makes it feel so much longer.
It does.
Every scene never ends.
It's all constant dialogue. I mean, there's never a second of break between people talking.
It's just like, it feels like torture. It really does feel like somebody's hitting you.
Yeah.
And you're just stuck there, and because you're in a dream maybe, and there's nothing you can do.
Is this one of those CIA programs? That it's so 1960s. I am Ra, God of the Sun.
Well, I don't even know how to broach the subject of Bigfoot, which is what we should be talking the most about, I feel. But
before we get to Bigfoot, the single most unpleasant thing in the movie has to be Aleister Crowley.
Oh, his voice.
His voice. His disgusting dialogue. He talks about, he's one point, I think Bigfoot's talking about like naked girls, of course. And Aleister Crowley's like, oh yeah, I like them living too. But not always. In fact, sometimes the dead ones are better. And as he says this, there's a rotating image of like an X-ray of like a woman's anatomy.
But I'm a hunter. I like my prey alive.
As I prefer my women. But dead works too. In fact, it's at times preferable.
Really hurt really bad to watch it. And I just really grew to like intensely dislike the people who made this movie.
Yeah.
Intensely dislike them, not just as artists, because I don't think they're artists. I think they're bad people. I really do.
I feel like that's something that popped up on I was like, I was suspect of that as we watched through it. Artists for sure, no. I mean, this is not art. Maybe the person who made this has some like animated children's films.
Oh,
which
get him away from children.
Why, I don't know, but maybe those are better. Maybe those are easier to watch. I have a hard time believing that, to be honest, with how bad this was.
And I noticed we're orbiting the Porgium Nebula, whose meat markets are second to none. Can I get some Traptoluricon steaks? Talk about a protein. They'll go a long way, trust me.
Let's talk about Bigfoot. First of all, he doesn't fight Megalodon. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, there is no Bigfoot. Megalodon is in the movie. He works with the alien Illuminati people.
No, he doesn't, though. He's his own thing.
Oh, that's right. They want him to work for them, I
Who
believe.
knows?
And I don't know. He kind of is like, well, I just want to go get these guys. And they're like, well, cool. That's what we want you to do. So he, like, takes over a ship full of robots and then like is going to use that ship to attack our heroes.
All he ever does is talk at this robot named Bogey. He just talk. Well, we're not even to him. We're talking about Bigfoot. And what I want to know.
Well, I know, but you said, I felt like we introduced the whole plot. We forgot to introduce Megalodon, which when people hear the movie's called Bigfoot versus Megalodon, they're probably
he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. All he does is he's in his tank of water and their ship flies around and he gets captured and they put him in a holding cell and they talk to him. And at the end of the movie, he gets let out. And there's a threat out there somewhere of Bigfoot versus Megalodon 2. That's on the horizon somewhere. So there's nothing to talk about with him. But
no, there's really not. And I mean, he's in the movie more than Bigfoot is, which is crazy.
Identify yourself, shark.
Certainly, I'm the ghost of planets past. You remote-controlled buffoon.
But yeah, Bigfoot. He is doing. It sounds like it's a white guy doing a black voice for Bigfoot, which is a very questionable choice.
That's my question. Is Bigfoot racist in this movie?
I don't know.
That's my cue. I'm going for a run. Page me if you need me.
I think he's bad in the movie for sure, because he doesn't do anything. He talks, but he's so annoying. I feel like this is our first truly talking Bigfoot, and I'm immediately let's just go back to Bigfoot not saying anything.
I don't
maybe limited grunts or words or something, but no English talking Bigfoot.
It made me really uncomfortable. Every time that he was on screen, I was very uncomfortable. And I don't know if the movie set out to be racist with Bigfoot, but it made me just really want them to cut it out.
You try to prick me, I'll rip that helmet off with your head still in it.
I don't know if it was overt enough to win the title of most racist film, which is, I believe still goes to Shriek the Mutilated.
Yeah, probably.
But I think that we can hands down say that this is our most sexist film that we have ever covered on the show.
He's the Egyptian god Ra.
Is that who he is?
That's the only thing that comes to mind when I hear Ra.
I mean, he could just be his name.
And there are less and less quality women left out here every day. She's strong, smart, sexy. She does this thing with her kegels sometimes. What? She squeezes me so tight I almost can't pull out.
Did we say the name of the filmmaker yet?
Yes.
You
So
wanna
this
guess?
film is
Do you want to guess?
by a man named BC14.
All caps.
And I don't think we knew who this was as we were, getting ready for all this.
I didn't believe you when you said what his name was. I was like, but what's his name? And you were just looked at me like, this is Texas Battle all over again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that his name is BC14. I have no clue. I don't care, to be quite honest. I know that I never want to watch one of his movies ever again. Unfortunately, he does have more Bigfoot versus or animated Bigfoot movies that we will broach that topic in the future. For now, the wound is too recent. We can't. There's no revisiting this in the near future.
The poster for this movie is a lie. Just lie. There's absolutely
the title is a lie.
Yeah, everything about this movie is either lying to you or it's putting its finger into your eyeball, and you just want to slap them as hard as you can and be like, "Don't you ever do that again."
Yeah.
I have nothing good to say about it.
No, nothing positive here either. I can't say anything good about the technical side. I can't say anything good about the dialogue. I can't say anything good about the acting or the writing or the characters.
We could say a lot more negative things if we wanted to. I want to be clear about that.
Do you remember me?
I think so. You do that thing with your tongue, right?
I can do a lot of things with my tongue. Why don't I show you them all? You tell me which one you're thinking of.
Deal.
Hot damn. Welcome back, my man.
Also, he wasn't a megalodon. I think I said it in the walkthrough of the video, but that was a street shark. I've seen a street shark before. There was a television show when I was young. That was a street shark.
Street sharks. Street sharks. I like it. I like it.
But, sharks don't just deserve better on screen. They also deserve better treatment in the real world. And if you would like to, you can donate to the charity Shark Stewards.
Stewards.
It's a nonprofit organization that works to try and save sharks from being turned into soup. And I think that's a really nice cause that if you got an extra $5 lying around or, you just want to spread the word, if you don't have any money, you can just not eat shark fin soup. I think that's half the battle right there.
Yeah, and if you're at a restaurant and you see dogfish on the menu, that's probably shark. So
slap the spoon out of someone's hand.
Yeah. Well, don't get arrested or anything.
Maybe. Maybe it's worth it.
I can't even drink a beer
Yeah.
because of how shocked I am.
It's like trying to get drunk at an air show after the planes crashed.
When that film finally ended, we all took a second, we exhaled, we pushed it away, and we rolled the dice again. What'd you roll, Adam?
Number 6.
It's Illuminati. You rolled Bigfoot versus the Illuminati.
Well, now we're going to get the prequel.
We discussed not watching it.
Oh.
We discussed re-rolling, taking that out of the list, and replacing it with something else.
I begged.
That wasn't the only other one, right? Wasn't there at least
I said,
one
can
other
we
one on there?
please roll it again? Because then we started looking it up, and we were like, what is the deal with this? How many of these
what's
movies
going
are
on?
there?
How many in this franchise? And it's not just the Bigfoot ones. You got the Van Helsing movie. That's its own thing. That's probably where the real one dies and they get a clone. Oh, yeah. In the previous movie, Van Helsing does die, and then they re-clone him again.
We're past that movie.
But
we're past that movie.
The fully autonomous weaponized AI robot Exterminator.
This was when Patrick really started throwing some crap in my face and being like, hey, it's not just this movie. It's not just the one after this movie. He's got children's animated films about Bigfoot too.
Yeah.
He started throwing at me just like a deck of cards, just like another BC-14 movie, another BC-14 movie, another BC-14
8 to 10
movie.
more. I mean, maybe not quite that many, but that's what it felt like at the time, like scrolling through and seeing just how many Bigfoot related BC-14 movies there were.
That's when I realized I'm not dealing with a man. I'm dealing with a beast. And that's what I call BC-14 now. The beast.
He's going to be the hardest subject for us to tackle going forward in this show. So we're probably not going to be doing more than one BC-14 movie season.
We had to sit through 2, and we did it. We sat through the other one. But if we cover his other works, we're going to do at least a couple at once. We're barely going to pay attention, and we're just going to pack that into as few minutes as possible and just kind of throw that at you down the line. It will not happen this season.
No.
It will not happen next season. So I don't want to revisit. And God only knows how many more of these movies he's going to make between now and then. Somebody has to stop this person. This is a dangerous person. What is there to say about Bigfoot versus the Illuminati? Like, what's different?
I think that the thing to say is not about what's different. It's about what's the same. Once again, we're reusing the same footage from the movie we just watched. So the one we just watched, Bigfoot versus Megalodon actually came out after Bigfoot versus the Illuminati. But we had the same footage in there. Again, the same Stalin making speeches to his guys. And
guy pushing buttons.
It's all the same.
The only big difference is this time there was Rathchild.
But he was basically just Aleister Crowley.
No, he was not nearly as bad as Aleister Crowley.
That's true, but he was similar.
No one was as bad as Aleister Crowley, front and center the whole time.
Be prepared to bow down before me when I get there. General Stalin, come in. What is it, Crowley?
Little pervert, just a little pervert, little bastard, just going on and 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 on. And sometimes we'd be watching it and his face would just appear in the corner and start going on during a different scene.
Just fade in.
Go away.
Yo. Bye. Eya. Chefu. Duda.
We decided to just play a board game during this movie. I think we watched like 10, 20 minutes and we were like, let's just play a board game.
Yeah, it's not that we turned it off, and it's so bad that it was like...
And we sat there, but...
radiation soaking into our brains the whole time, but at least we had something to keep us from falling asleep.
So, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
You can't take more than 2. Well, I'm not dealing 2 combat damage, but I am going to deal 1 damage to you, because if Wong is adjacent to the opposing fighter, deal 1 damage to the opposing fighter, and draw a card.
The footage from us watching that one probably not super useful because it's just us playing unmatched for an hour.
Yeah, freaking Patrick won.
Yeah, Patrick did win.
Yeah. But if you have a problem with us playing a board game during this movie, like you haven't watched it.
Yeah, don't be like, oh, you can't give a true review. And I'm like, well, you can't really give me a true movie if you're repackaging scenes from another movie you made.
Great Arkan allies war. This is when a period replete with events of an unfortunate nature for all. Undoubtedly, this war was the main event of the post-Earth galaxy. Even we grown to think that this broke out accidentally or as a result of blunders committed.
I don't have a lot more to add about, like, there's nothing to go over with Bigfoot versus the Illuminati.
Okay, that is my turn.
Oh, we did it, guys. We did it.
Thank goodness.
Oh, God. 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 The Illuminati one ended, and I checked the list to make sure this couldn't happen again. I was like, we are not watching a third BC-14 film.
Was there a third one on the list?
No.
Okay.
But
there are more.
There are.
With Bigfoot in them. We just didn't have any more on the list because they're not called Bigfoot versus whatever.
So we flushed that toilet. That went away. What did you roll next?
Man versus Bigfoot. Oh, we forgot to rank those last two.
Oh.
Zeros. Big zeros for both of them. That's not entertainment. It's not movie entertainment.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree.
Here's give them something?
They're both going to get the same grade from me. But here's the thing. I gave Bigfoot or Bust 0 big feet. And at the time, that was the worst thing that we had covered. And I still think it deserves 0 big feet. But the films of BC-14 are so egregious. They're so bad that, first of all, if we had not already watched them, I would not even consider them to be films at all. The only reason that we're granting them the title of being films is that if they weren't films, we'd have to watch other stuff, and that day it was getting late. And there simply wasn't time to do Adam versus Bigfoot, so they have to be films. But
Adam versus Bigfoot really just didn't happen because Man versus Bigfoot is and that one also doesn't really have a versus situation. So that the episode just kind of didn't happen. We
sat there all day.
A little bit of tete-a-tete in the third one, but there's nothing.
So anyway,
I don't know.
I am going to be doing something new. I'm going to be granting Bigfoot versus Megalodon and Bigfoot versus the Illuminati 1 negative foot. I don't know how Pat will visualize that.
Hands.
However we want to do it, but it is not just, it's less than 0. It is a harmful experience that detracts from time and space.
Just a slap. That's what you're giving it.
Yeah. We're not an R-rated show, but there's a couple fingers that we can give these movies. I cannot imagine anything worse happening on this show than those two movies.
I have to not imagine that because I thought things were getting better for a while. I don't know. We were switching it up more. I felt like I wasn't watching the same killer Bigfoot movie over and over. But now, after what we've been through, I almost would just where's that? Where is it? Where's
God?
Where's just the regular killer Bigfoot? Because at least those movies happen. At least they just happen and then they're over.
Humanity will pay the ultimate price.
Well, I'd say Man versus Bigfoot caught quite a break coming in after those two.
See, I think it hurt it. I think that my brain was fried from those previous two movies. I had taken way too much, just sound blasting at my face for hours, and I was tired.
You're tired.
Yeah.
See, I was just like, oh my God, actors. I was like,
That was nice.
Come here. Oh my God, I'm out of the computer screen.
Yes, it was nice to see a human face on the screen.
Uh-oh, I recognize that look. It's gonna be okay.
Not a lot of characters in this movie. It's almost like how if you're dying of thirst, you can't just like drink a whole glass of water. You just like give me like 3 actors. Ease me back in, but it still wasn't great. It was kind of a boring movie. Let's
really
talk about it.
It's good to be able to see something and be like, I like that.
Man versus Bigfoot, as you would expect, opens with a cop having a shootout on the streets of Texas. So then this cop has PTSD. He's doing typical PTSD things like drinking straight liquor at the kitchen table in the night. That's how you handle that. Then he goes to a meeting at a suspiciously bare walled building where everyone sits in chairs and talks about, how they're traumatized.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my God, could they have picked a less interesting room to shoot this in? There is one picture on a white wall.
So then, he goes to, I don't know if it was a birthday party. He goes to someone's birthday party and he talks to his brother. And then his brother goes hiking.
Yeah, I didn't get that they were brothers at first. They don't really look that similar. And to be honest, his brother looks like at least 10 years older than him, which is possible. It's just not usual, I didn't get brother vibes from those characters, so it took me a minute to catch on to that they were meant to be brothers.
I just didn't. It's not that I didn't think he looked like his brother. It's like, I don't think this guy looks like a hiker to me. Maybe that's mean, but I was like,
I got the sense that he used to, and he's like, now I got to do this again to prove to myself that I can. Although I feel like if I was, that guy's wife, I would have been a little
that guy's wife.
If I was that
You said it. You did. You said it.
I don't know how. I feel like she should have said
well, if it makes you feel better,
maybe you shouldn't go on your own. And I think she did, and he was like, no, I have to. But I feel like she should have been like, well, no, I'm concerned that you won't be able to,
It's David, you won't make it.
No texting while you drive.
Okay.
David encounters a Bigfoot while he's out there.
Yeah, he's here. Well, he's hearing it outside his tent.
Calls his wife to say, honey, this could be it. I'm going outside to face whatever is out there.
He's taking these terrible selfies at one point. And he's looking at his pictures that night in his tent, and as he's flipping through, he sees one. The Bigfoot's up in the background looking at him. And that freaks him out, and then he hears the noises in his tent.
Terrible picture. Terrible picture you took.
I will say this, very in character for someone his age to take a selfie in the most
Here's my head at the bottom.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he goes outside. Bigfoot chucks a rock at his head.
Oh, yeah.
And then it cuts to later on, and nobody can find the guy. So then they're searching the woods for him.
Yeah.
And it's his brother, whose name is Jack. I don't know if we said that yet.
I didn't remember what his name was because I said those previous 2 movies, I gave up taking notes on those. And I think by the time we got to this one, I was just I'm not taking notes this time.
I'm done.
And now I'm paying for it because I don't know Jack.
Lives are, but I want to hang around a little bit longer, search a bit more.
Oh, you are. Mr. Rollins, I hope you understand that that's such a huge area of wilderness out there. It's about like being lost at sea.
Everyone searches the woods. They find his brother's tent site, and his wife is immediately he's dead. He's dead.
And his brother's well, I want to find him.
Even the other guy, there's the random no-name characters who are well, we can keep looking, ma'am. She's he's dead. He's gone. I'm talking to the lawyer.
It's gone.
We're going to continue the search. He could still be alive, man.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
Jack goes into the woods and he's I'm going to keep looking for my brother. And the movie very quickly becomes playing Predator, and it's just scenes that you will recognize from Predator but less good. You've got him jumping off of the bank down into the water. You've got him yelling, "Come on!" on, come on. You know, the sunset's happening. He's like, come on. That's happening. There's setting traps. They try to out-trap each other.
Oh, he goes and meets that
Native American shaman
guy,
man, the wise man. Yeah, he trips through the little bell system that Jack's contrived of, and the Native American man, whose name, I'm sure he had a name, he's just like, I was fishing the other day, and I saw a Bigfoot come out of the woods, shot and dying, and I hid in some bushes, and I saw a different Bigfoot come out and get pissed, and that guy is on a warpath.
Yeah, he's killing everybody. So like, your brother had a gun. If you have a gun, you shouldn't, because like Bigfoot's killing him. And that guy's like, my brother didn't have anything to do with this. And he's like, Bigfoot doesn't care. And that's basically that scene.
Yeah, and then there's just like 30 minutes of just him fighting with Bigfoot. He gets stabbed through the side. I think twice. I think there's 2 different scenes where he has to like pull sticks out of himself.
He's doing it right now.
Oh, hey. He's doing it right now.
You're right. It was refreshing to see after this other 2 movies that we could just sit down and watch like a movie, like a regular movie. It looks like a movie. It sounds like a movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a movie.
Bigfoot doesn't look terrible. That's at least one thing.
Yeah. That fur looks too clean.
Sure. It doesn't look great, but it's not terrible. We've seen terrible.
We have seen terrible.
The problem is that Jack is boring.
Yeah.
Jack bores people. He's just a boring cop. Yeah, that's all they ever give him is he was a cop. And
he shot some kid. At some point, we jump back to that scene that we started the movie with, and we find out that like when he shot the guy, he also shot like a kid that he had kidnapped in the car.
Very confusing.
And that was like the source of his PTSD. And they didn't make it super clear.
Yeah, I was like, well, how did he shoot the kid if there's no bullet through the window? I don't know how he shot that kid. They also never just explained that the kid was kidnapped, so like I'm not entirely sure that's even what happened. But
or maybe he didn't shoot the kid and he really just felt bad for shooting that guy.
No, he definitely shot the kid because there was that. They decide to tell us via showing a kid in the woods, and then the kid's dead, and there's a little blood on his shoe.
Yeah,
just
you're
enough.
Right. You're right.
To be like, hey, kid is dead. I guess the best part of it was when Bigfoot was laying traps for him. And at one point, Bigfoot paid a pile of stones. And Jack comes up to it. And he's just like
looks at it and he picks up one of the stones, and then there's just a snake in there, and it just bites his arm.
I'm like, I'm proud of Bigfoot for coming up with it. And I'm like, Jack, why'd you feel compelled?
Why'd you fall for that? Why were you just like, I better see what's in that pile of rocks?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's one part that's not out of Predator. It's out of Lord of the Rings where Jack is hiding under a tree and Bigfoot comes to the like embankment and he's doing the thing where he's like looking everywhere and not seeing that he's right underneath. And I was like, hey, it's that scene where the little hobbits are under the tree.
So this movie like robs some scenes from other movies and does them in a way that's a little less interesting looking or feeling. But Bigfoot looks fine. Looks fine. Talk about Bigfoot in this movie. Looks fine. Then we're getting the like another Bigfoot died and this Bigfoot's out for revenge kind of thing. We've seen that before.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff you've seen before, but just here now.
Yeah, that really is what this movie was. I don't think this movie did anything new. Like, this honestly felt like a very sanitized Bigfoot movie to me in a way. Like, where it just is like,
yeah,
here's we're going to hit all the regular hallmarks and then it's over.
Hey, buddy, are you all right?
I don't know.
What are you doing out here?
After about 2 days of fighting Bigfoot, you see there's his brother. He's walking on the side of the road. And some car pulls up and it's Bob Gitlin. Bob Giblin's like, hey, I'm here to help, but come on. I'm not an actor, but come on in the car. And I was like, hey, it's Bob Giblin. He's the guy. He's one of the guys who shot that famous footage of Bigfoot.
Of the Bigfoot, the real Bigfoot. Yep, he's the one who picks him up.
Yeah.
He had a little cameo in this movie.
And then they shepherd his brother to one of the least convincing hospital rooms I've ever seen in a movie.
Look at this guy.
They're just in this house.
It looked like a room in the back of your local church that they were like, well, sure, you're making a movie. Well, come on in. Like, are these blinds going to work? Yeah, those blinds will work fine. Bare walls, that's fine. Just bare white walls. This is like a wooden panel door. The nurse comes in, and I'm just like, yeah, sure. It's a hospital.
Hospital, yeah.
And then we go back to Jack fighting with Bigfoot, and they end up sprawling into the cave. And he gets the upper hand on Bigfoot. He's got the gun ready to shoot and kill. And what does he see?
He sees that Bigfoot has a kid.
Little baby.
Just like he shot a kid. And he can't do it. He can't shoot Bigfoot. So he just like turns around and leaves.
Yeah.
Right? And Bigfoot doesn't do anything about it.
Do you remember how he makes peace with Bigfoot?
He does something with the baby, doesn't he? He gives something to them?
Not to the baby, but he gives them something.
Oh, it's an apple.
It's an apple.
He gives them an apple. And yeah, he puts away his gun and he gives them an apple. And somehow that solves the situation. Like we're in some sort of like video game.
So then Jack's walking back home through the woods, and we're at this point just like, we're almost done. We're almost done with this day. Then Jack falls down a hill, and we start laughing. We're pointing and laughing. We're like, there he goes.
Yeah, he just falls. Bigfoot doesn't knock him down.
No, he trips and falls and breaks his leg.
Yeah, he like hits his leg on a stump while he's rolling down a hill, and it breaks his leg. And then he has to like put splints.
Yeah, he makes the makeshift splint, and he like crawls and hobbles for a long time. And then at one point, Bigfoot shows up and scoops him up like a little baby, carries him
to the edge of the woods.
To the edge of the woods.
Which is another thing we've seen like 3 or 4 times before.
And then some guy in a cart pulls up and just picks him up and says, what is that? And he's like, he saved me. Lord, he saved me. And you're just like, thank God that Jack gained consciousness to stop this portly man in a cart from killing Bigfoot.
Shooting Bigfoot, yeah.
And then we get to see the reunion of Jack and his brother, David. Very heartfelt.
Sure.
Yeah, nobody got hurt, really. I mean, I guess somebody got their leg, but I guess Jack got hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, Jack got hurt pretty bad, but he's going to be okay. And Bigfoot, a Bigfoot died before the movie, but we were told that did indeed happen, so...
And then at the very end of things, Jack decides that he's ready to be a cop again.
I know I speak for all of us when I tell you how much we love you and how proud of you that we are.
Forgot he's back at his like group sharing thing. And he's like, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and be a cop again.
We're just like, yeah, okay,
cool.
Yep,
good for you. And I think he leaves another apple. I think that's the last thing. He goes back and it's just like, yes, you're the apple foot now. And then it ended, and we were like, oh my God, it's over.
Yeah.
It's all over.
To think that I thought we were going to watch movies where Bigfoot
was like
fought.
Fighting to the death with Darius.
None of that. I got one scene in this movie where they grappled, and it was awful.
And that was the end of Adam versus Bigfoot.
That was the end of Adam versus Bigfoot.
I would say Bigfoot won, but honestly, I would say there was just no contest. There was no in the end. There was no match, really. We never really got to see Bigfoot versus anybody.
I mean, at one point, Jack and Bigfoot do have a fist
they're
fight.
going back and forth. They're fighting each other. They're setting traps for each other. So we did get like kind of a competition between them there. But like
It's
it
that
wasn't
lame
like
thing where neither one really wins.
right.
They do that
like,
a lot in versus movies.
It's like I guess man wins, but he like was like, no, I've got to help you with this apple.
What would you rate this one?
2 big feet.
2 big feet?
You think that's high?
I do. I'm giving it 1 Bigfoot. Just 1. It's just not a whole lot. I really
I just wasn't
about what
offended
was
by
on.
it or anything, so I'm not going to give it 1. But I think it was competently enough made. It was just such a bland Bigfoot serving. Like if we watched this in season 1, like I feel like I don't know.
I think the films of season
warmer
1
to it.
are pretty good. I think Sasquatch Hunters probably deserved a better rating than I gave it. Looking back now at what we've been through since.
It's crazy that our standards have had to drop over the course of doing this show because my standards were already so low. Yeah, that's it. I mean, sorry if this is a bit of a somber episode. I don't think that we kind of thought this would be like a fun, action-packed thing, but
it was. Yeah, these are dark woods we got through.
Yeah.
I really hope the rest of this season is brighter pastures.
I don't even know how we're gonna do, StatSquatch and the Bigfoot breakdown with some of these movies.
We're gonna bear through it. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you over there.
No, Bigfoot, it's not the Cromulons. It's the Arkans.
Whoa, you crossed the Arkan army. My man, you must have a death wish.
Welcome to the Bigfoot breakdown.
Here we go, talking about our first Bigfoot of 2. We watched 3 movies, but only 2 different individual interpretations of Bigfoot.
Yes.
2 of them were the same characters. So we've got the Bigfoot from
Bigfoot versus Megalodon
and
slash
Bigfoot versus the Illuminati.
Yes.
Yeah.
This Bigfoot could speak.
Yeah, he could talk.
Like to cuss.
Yeah, he had a potty mouth.
Like to joke.
Yep, he was a jokester. He had a friendly rivalry kind of deal with Van Helsing.
Yeah, I guess they had some relationship.
Some history that I don't care about.
It's unclear how old Bigfoot is in these films, but apparently he's like eternal to some degree.
Yeah, it seems like that. I do think they mentioned at one point, like, oh, you're good at not getting noticed or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
But not really stealthy, because Bigfoot seemed to always be like a guns blazing.
Yeah, he was always kind of moving around like that.
Loves to run and listen to loud music.
Yes, he likes his loud music and he likes to run.
He describes himself as a weak or dumb animal and gets his mind taken over by Aleister Crowley. And a section of the film. Bigfoot seems to appreciate the ties that he has with the Human Alliance to some degree. He's sad when he finds out that he betrayed his friends while being brainwashed.
Yeah.
I guess that's something.
That's about it. We don't really get a sense for like how strong he is. I guess he's a competent starfighter pilot.
I guess, yeah. Can navigate the controls of a ship. Has yellow eyes with no pupils.
I didn't get a sense of whether he was extra strong. I didn't get a sense of like what kind of food he was eating or anything. I assume he just eats regular people food. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to say about this Bigfoot. Again, we touched on it earlier in the episode, but some questionable, racist qualities to Bigfoot. Kind of a weird feeling in your stomach you might get watching this Bigfoot. At a certain point, you just go numb to it though, and that's what makes it kind of hard to break this Bigfoot down.
Yeah, and also he's not actually in either of these movies all that much. Like he might have been in the second movie a little bit more, but like both of them, like I wouldn't say that he's
not the focus of the films.
No,
That's what's weird.
He generally has like some big role to play in the plot, but generally like one key moment or something. So mostly he's just kind of there.
Whoa, I missed something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an unpleasant experience overall. It's the kind of Bigfoot you don't want to think about.
Right. We don't really want to speculate. Like, we're not like, ooh, well, because of this, we could. It's just like, yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's get past this one.
All free the righteous.
We should mention that Princess Callie speculates that Bigfoot has a huge penis at one point.
That does happen.
Unpleasant scene, but it did happen.
Yeah.
So we have to make note of it.
Yeah.
I knew I saw something in you, Bigfoot, and not just the size of your massive feet.
Massive feet? Why don't we stay on topic here?
That's Man versus Bigfoot.
Man versus Bigfoot. That was Bigfoot, decent looking suit. He had a brown fur.
Yeah.
It was like a chestnut brown kind of color. He was
the
fine.
thing I noticed
He was
most
big, strong.
About that, no, actually, one
Not
of the
super-
weakest.
Yeah,
big feet.
yeah, okay, yeah, because he was in just a regular fist fight with our character.
Yeah, at one point he's just like full on bashing Jack, and that doesn't seem to do a whole lot
Like
of damage.
it doesn't kill him like most of the big feet in the movies we've seen. When they do that, that would be enough to kill somebody generally in like one strike. So
Yeah, not terribly strong, but a lot of traps, multiple traps.
yeah, this is a smarter Bigfoot than most. He had that cool rock pile snake trap.
He had a snare trap at one point too.
Yeah.
At one point, Bigfoot gets shot, and we see Bigfoot stuffing the wound with like dirt and stuff, so it can treat bullet wounds with nature.
He has some idea of like how to, I don't know, something that he should do to numb pain or to treat his wounds or something. They seem to have like connection to other big feet, like we've seen in some of the other movies. He gets mad that the one was killed, and that's why he's doing this, and like why he hates guns or whatever. So that
lives in caves, family oriented, eats apples. We can assume.
I guess, yeah, maybe apples are like a real delicacy because like that seems to turn the tide of the man versus Bigfoot conflict.
Yeah, I guess this Bigfoot does have some kind of empathy because it carries Jack to safety at the end of the film.
Yeah, so it is able to like make allies, kind of understands companionship, or at least understands like, you know,
Can be
enemies and
reasoned.
allies. Yeah, it has reason.
Yeah. I think that's all that we have to break down from these films.
Yeah, I don't remember if we got a sense for what that one eats. It didn't seem like it was eating the people it was killing necessarily.
I didn't get that feeling.
Yeah.
At best, an omnivore.
Well, not people that it was killing. It didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
Yeah.
Crunchiest numbers. You're going to want to pour milk on these numbers. Get some number cereal. Welcome to SasqWatch, where we crunch the numbers. For our first film, we watched Bigfoot versus Megalodon. In this film, there was one Bigfoot. This film took place in outer space. There were one kill. It was a clone that died. There were some robots. None of them were killed by Bigfoot. And Bigfoot was in the film for 5 minutes and 30 seconds. For our second film, we watched Bigfoot versus the Illuminati. This also took place in outer space with one Bigfoot. Honestly, who cares how many people died? We don't really remember. We weren't paying that much attention. Rathchild, I think, died because they talked about it at the beginning of the other movie. Anubis was there. And then as far as like how much time Bigfoot was in the movie, we didn't really record it the first time, and it was honestly a little painful to go back and count. You don't want to watch this movie, and the amount of time Bigfoot is in this movie, it shouldn't change anything. It really shouldn't. For our third film, we watched Man versus Bigfoot. This movie took place in East Texas. There was 3 big feet, a dead one, an adult one, and a baby one. And they did not kill anyone. They roughed some people up, but nobody died. And then they were all together on screen for about 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Thanks for joining us with SasqWatch, where we crunched the numbers. SasqWatch. Yeah, but what are we watching next time?
Well, originally we were going to have episode 2 be 1313 Bigfoot Island. But after the tragedy of Adam versus Bigfoot, we decided that would be unfair. That we didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So we are going to switch course, and we are going to watch a film that we've been holding off on because it looks like it's actually going to be really good.
At least decent. Yeah, I mean, I'm somewhat excited for it.
Yeah. Join us next time when we talk about the film Missing Link.
Hi. You can speak. Yes, and I write as well.
SasqWatch. In the first one, in Megalodon is talking. It's when he's being interrogated. He's talking, for on and on and on. And he says some line about being left on Earth to fry like fish on a grill. And it just cuts to that live action overhead of fish.
Of someone laying a fish on a grill, and it's just a real could be used in a commercial for a grill kind of image. It was very jarring. Don't forget to like and subscribe.